Hello, hi. I'm Marathip. I'm an admin and founder of this community, the 7 Habits. I was live just a half an hour ago, and for some reason, many people send me the message that they cannot watch me or they cannot listen me for some technical reason. So I'm here to trying to again live to discuss what I was trying to explain it. So please apologize. I'm not sure that why it won't happen. Maybe it's a technical error. So let's go where I left last time. That the which habit is more difficult and challenging. So according to the poll results, the habit number 5, first seek to understand and then to be understood, is more difficult and challenging according to the poll result in the group. And I understand why this is more difficult and why it is more challenging for many people. The reason why the habit number 5 is more challenging because it involves to give your mental energy, to give your listening skills as compared to the other people. They need to listen to you. So what does it mean? When you are listening or you are practicing this habit, you have to listen the other person in the way how he or she is feeling or he is listening to you. So it's not about active listening only. It is about the listening in the way how it should be done. You need to go into her or his head and feel that how that person is feeling about particular thing, what she or he is trying to describe you. If you are not able to listen actively, then the relationships will be weaker and poor as well. For example, if that person is your customer, maybe that customer is trying to tell you a different reality and wants to, and it will help you to improve your business product or service, but you are listening your customer complain just on a superficial level. That will not grow your, not only make you less profitable business, but also it will break the relationship of customer and yourself. So you need to get into the head of the customer, and then you need to make a solution. You need to advise what you can do, or if she or he is thinking or misperceiving the situation, then you can able to make a big understanding of employee and organization and the customer relationship. So that is the most important things you need to understand, and that is how the habit number 5 does work. So habit number 5 does work with the relationships of not only active listening, but is a two-way process. But you need to initiate, you need to listen the other person by going into their heads. It's not only about listening. Habit number 5 is why it is so crucial and why it is more challenging, because people don't want to listen other. They want to let other people to listen to you, and you want you and critically, ironically, you are listening the other people. Why? Because you want to say something to them rather than to really listen them. So this is a lack of principle of listening, which is referring as a empathy listening. So empathy. That is the most vital and important issue nowadays. At a workplace, in a home, if husband and wife they have a problem, then they don't want to listen each other. If they have issues between children and the parents, parents don't want to listen children, children don't want to listen parents, and then obviously the solution will not be advised. So habit number 5 has actually two sections. The first, seek to understand, and habit number the second is then to be understood. You cannot influence other person. You cannot advise the solution to other until you don't have a really understanding what you are going to achieve or you going to tell them. So habit number 7 therefore is difficult in my opinion, because people don't want to listen each other, and their very poor understanding of other thoughts and issues leads to a broken relationships between organization and the employee, between employee among the employees, between husband and wife, between parents and children. So these are the things which we need to address, and therefore we need to practice habit number 5 more eloquently, more in an effective way. And now the question is how we can practice habit number 5. There are so many things you can do. In my opinion, the habit number 5 is a fruit of a sequence of previous habits. Habit number 4, habit number 3, habit number 2, habit number 1. Until you don't have a good understanding in the way that you are practicing habit number 1, 2, 3 or 4, then it's difficult to only practice the habit number 5, because you cannot, it's more difficult to listen, not only active listening, but my listening here is to referring to going into their head and minds and to feel the person how actually they are feeling at that time. Then you are able to make a relationship action steps to further. So let's come back to the previous thing. The habit number 4 is about think win-win. So before making other person listening, you need to make your mindset that you will approach that customer, your partner, your children, or other person with a philosophy of win-win, that both sides should win. So imagine that if somebody does not have this mindset, do you think that that person really think or feel how they are feeling or in pain actually? I'm sure it's not. So therefore you need to possess certain qualities of active listening. So generally God has give 4 skills to everyone. We listen, we read, we listen, we speak, and also we write as well with the hand. These are the 4 things for the communication. But mostly researchers and mostly people, they know that only the listening and not the active listening, empathetic listening is very difficult nowadays. That's why, because the reason why the people don't practice habit number 1, and they don't know what is really the demand or skill set required for the habit number 5. So therefore they are poor in habit number 5. Now, and this is quite very good poll results, because Dr. Stephen in his teaching, he also explained many times to the people that habit number 5 is more difficult because of many reasons, and I have explained here very briefly about why. Now, in my opinion, which habit is the most next difficult and challenging? I believe the next challenging habit is a very foundation habit, which is habit number 1. Now, habit number 1 is be proactive. Now, be proactive is not mean only be pushy or be just active or be proactive in a literally meaning. It is actually a mindset of a success to heading towards the success. It is not the mindset that you only will have a positive thinking and then you will start to achieve things. No, it is have a broader perspective of habit number 1. And people are failed in their life, even productive people or even people who have transformed their life and they are still in developing stage of their life. They are very poor in habit number 1. It's a very reason. The reason why they are poor, because they think they are product of nature. They think that they are product of their environment. They think that what is he or she is due to their grandparents or their parents. So they have a mindset of blaming for their failure. Why I am not successful? Because my parents were not successful. My grandparents or my family history is not like that. Why I am failed? Because I live and I born in that town or city or in that environment. That's why I am a failed person. Many people also think that I am also failed. I cannot be successful because my genetic issue is related with my genes. The genes only wins the life. So these type of mindset, when you have, then obviously you can't win. So first habit, the be proactive, actually give you a great mindset or tell you the different reality of the world, that you are not product of your grandparents, your environment, your genes. You are product of your choice, and these choices what you are making today, these choices what you are making today and right now, or so what you will decide today will you get the crop after a certain time in future. So you cannot win yourself, you cannot win other until you have a mindset of being proactive. Be proactive also means you are a pushy towards taking initiative in your life. And always great people takes initiative. They take the initiative what they never took initiative in their life in any perspective. Maybe they are in different things. So that's why be proactive is so important. Be proactive also gives you the idea about once you will work on your circle of influence. That circle of influence have few people, maybe your boss, your colleagues, your partner, your husband, wife, children, and maybe some more people in a small circle. Once you will start to discover yourself, you will be on a path of success. This will expand. This circle of influence will expand, and it will touch to the external big circle as well, which is called circle of concern. Then the circle of concern will start to expand as well, and your personal victory, your private victory will lead to the public victory. That is the idea behind the 7 Habits of Highly Effective book. And this you cannot become effective person until you follow completely understanding of habit number 1. And habit number 1, which I am saying that you have to work on your circle of influence. Don't work on circle of concern. Don't work on the things on which you don't have direct control. Don't work on a low value task. Don't work on low value people which do not have influence on your changing the result of your mission and goals of your life. Always work on your circle of influence with very focus, with properly goal setting, with properly making a priority, and also that will lead to the really spirit to become your leader in your life. And the other people start to get inspired with you. You will be influential for their life, and you will start to leave them, and that will lead to the habit number 8. The habit number 8 actually is find your voice and then inspire others to find their voice. You cannot do this habit also until you will have this misconception. You need to remove from your life, your mind, and don't blame your parents, don't blame your grandparents or your society or your city or your environment in which you were nurtured. It is not like that. You can get anything what you want to do. You have to make the step. You have to make your decisions today, and then if you want to conquer your tomorrow. So habit number 1 is most difficult and challenging after habit number 5. So this is my point of view, and the third important habit which is more challenging, that is a habit number 3, which is put first thing first. Can anybody tell that why this habit is more difficult? Put first thing first. I will appreciate your any answer if you can comment on here. Otherwise, I tell you the why habit number 4 is so important. Habit number 3 is so important and challenging. Dr. Stephen, in his some of the lecture, he also told many people that habit number 3 is more difficult. And why it is difficult? Because nowadays information flood is coming everywhere. When our phone, our machines, computer machines, they are all the time sending you information. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, your TV, thousands of channels are on your television, and all are giving you some piece of information. You are feeding your mind with flood of information, and that flood of information, then when you will put in your as a goal setting, and when you will pick some of them as a goal setting, which is a habit number 2, begin with end in mind. So imagine you have made list of 50 things. Obviously you can't do 50 things, right? You cannot do all 50 things. What you can do, you will prioritize them according to habit number 3, which is put first thing. Imagine out of 50 you have prioritized 10 things. Okay, now these 10 things are on top and other are on the bottom, but you have to do all things. Yeah, but in reality, what actually happens, if person is not really focused, then his focus will divert to other important things which are not on priority. So he has set the 10 priorities, but now his attention is diverting to priority number 40 or 50 or 45, and that's how he will not be productive person. He will not be a highly effective person, because although he has set the priority, but he is or she is not following that priority, and that's make him or he's a mediocre result oriented type of person, not a great leader. Great leader always what they set, they are following that. Great people, that is the whole philosophy of time management or maintaining the self-discipline. Time management and self-discipline help you and give you a clear message that you need to focus on your key things of which have a higher impact on your productivity, on your work, at your home, or whatever you have set. You cannot get the result by concentrating all the time or most of the time on low value activities. You have to focus on 10% or 20% high value activity or high value task or high value goals on a regular, on a weekly or monthly basis. So that's why habit number 3 is very challenging, because people are unable to take action on 10 to 20% high value tasks or high value activities in their life. So they divert very quickly. Their attention or their mind concentration or focus divert very quickly. There are so much procrastination as well. There are so much diversion as well, and you just at the end you are sometime brain drain, you sometime energy drain, and at the result even you think that you are among a very unique person, but you are not getting because you are not focusing. And so habit number 3 actually is giving you a sense of priority and stick with them. So Brian Tracy is also is a master in time management and maintaining self-discipline related stuff. So I can advise you, you can also read his some couple of books. One of the book is Eat That Frog. Eat That Frog also give you this whole idea and give you practical instructions about how you can achieve your priority. And of course the habit number, if you read in details about your habit number 3 from Dr. Stephen book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, then you will be able to achieve high value goals accomplishment, and otherwise it will be very difficult for you. So let's summarize the whole thing. The habit number 5 is more difficult to practice. Habit number 1 is more difficult to practice, and habit number 3 is more difficult to practice. This is my opinion, and based on this opinion is also based on the other leaders. Now this is on the last is I'm going to give you advice and tip as well. One, you are transforming your life, that's fine. You are developing your goal setting sheet every day or every week. You have set your mission and goals of your life. You are start to achieve this, that's fine. But during that journey, when you feel that you will not be very focusing or you are getting out of track, just go back on your habit number 1. Just go that habit number 1 is missing something. The things which you are learning from your habit number 1 is really some key ideas are missing. So maybe you are start to focusing on circle of concern rather than circle of influence. Maybe you have started to focus on that, or you are product of your nature, or you are product of what you are now is due to your grandparents or parents, or you are fail or you cannot achieve because your genes are not made you to for achievement. So you belongs to certain race or certain ethnicity. So these type of very reactive or very deterministic mindset will make you push you back, and unfortunately some great people or effective people who can generate lot of great activity, they also become fail. They also become fail, and they have to go back to habit number 1 again, and that's how it is going. No problem, that's the all part of learning. Once you will go back to habit number 1, then come back to your other habits to practice, and how it will go on. Great people, they learn and go forward. If they are pushing back to their original state, don't worry, come back again, because your surroundings or your mindset have a reactive mode, and they have a opposite reaction as well. Once you are forwarding ahead, they will push you back. Oh, come back. Don't be scared of this. This is quite natural, and you will be productive until you will keep focusing. And also remember, this pushing back by your old mindset is a normal thing, and it's a temporary thing. If you will have a resistance for maybe couple of days, then it will disappear eventually, because these all were not a reality. They were actually imaginative hawks which you had in your mind. Once you have cleaned your mind, your thought, now you have replaced with a positive mindset and with principles, with power of choice, with intelligence's mindset, and that will lead your next life. You will create your values, your mission. You maintain that self-discipline. You will become a millionaire. You will start to become a financial independent. Your relationships start to grow and grow, and you will become a very productive person. So that is all about our habits. And that was my humble opinion about why habit 5 and 1 and habit number 3 are more crucial and challenging. But anyway, all habits are easy and easy to practice, because the principle behind working are very natural. And once you have a natural things working on anything behind, it is easy, and it is very much related with the instinct of the man and nature of the man, and you can achieve it. So that's all about which things are important, which habits are more important and challenging based on my opinion. I hope that you may have learned something important from this session. If you have any question, please leave your comment. If you are you have other concern, or you think that the other habits are more important, no problem. You can share your comments and your why, and tell me the reason why. And obviously that will be the asset, because your value, your thoughts are also valuable for community, and that's how we are learning from each other. So if you have any question, please write below. Otherwise, I will hang up this call, and I will come next time with a new topic. Thank you, Mr. Ifzal, that you think that this session is very productive. Thank you very much. So if you think that I can make a video on particular topic, or I need to be alive in next time on particular topic from the habit 7 habit book or from the 8th habit, please feel free to write here. Then I will come back with the specific topic. Obviously that video I will also upload on YouTube. And if you are my YouTube subscriber or watcher, please you can also comment on this. If you like this video, then you can share with your friend and family, and you can save this video as well. My YouTube, you can join my YouTube channel as well, and my all sessions are for productive people, for people who wants to achieve something in their life and something great in their life. And I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to coach you. I'm happy to become your mentor as well. And your valuable feedback will be very important for making my next move as a coach or as a trainer, and will also arrange some content for you in a next live session or my recorded video. So hopefully you get this session in a good faith and good spirit today, and I'm happy to receive your comments. Thank you very much, and all the best. Make yourself very secure by making your thought very broad, very abundance mentality mindset, so that you can achieve anything what you want. But you cannot achieve anything what you want until you take action, and you need to take action right now or today, and start. Successful people and failure people, there is a big difference. Failure people, they also listen good things, but they don't take action. And successful people, they listen and they note down in their mind and also piece of paper and start to work on that. And that's how it works. Thank you very much, and hopefully I will see you in the next session or in my next recording. Bye-bye.